Hi everyone, and welcome to this episode of the cast. In this episode, I am going to be showing off what is in here. Another bin from when I was younger, and had my just put all my stuff in when I moved out of my parents' place. And let's get to this right away. Let's see. Oh, it looks like I got a bunch of comic books here. Yeah, what is this? Oh, it's Micro Machines. Look at these. Star Trek, Deep Space Nine, Micro Machines. Here we go, it's better. We got a Cardassian Galore warship, Space Station Deep Space Nine, and a runabout. I love Micro Machines. I had them when I was really young, but then Micro Machines kept coming out with different lines. And it looks like that and this one was the Deep Space Nine set of toys here. Let's look at the back here. Looks like they had several of them. This is the Star Trek Deep Space Nine collection number 5 with the Cardassian warship, the Space Station Deep Space Nine, and the runabout. Yeah, also had Star Trek: The Next Generation collection 4 with a Ferengi Marauder ship, the Borg cube, and a shuttlecraft. Star Trek Next Generation collection 3 with a Klingon Vorcha attack cruiser, the Enterprise D, and a Romulan warbird. That'd be, oh wow, look at that. I like the movies. That'd be nice to have the movies. I like the Excelsior. Klingon Bird of Prey is one of my favorite Klingon ships. And I like the Miranda class Reliant here. Here's the original series here with the Enterprise, a Klingon battle cruiser, and a Romulan Bird of Prey. So yeah, here's the Star Trek Deep Space Nine line of Micro Machines there. Let's see, Encore Books. I think that was a bookstore that was in the Aviation Mall for a while there near the food court. It's defunct now. Oh, okay. This is back when I liked watching the X-Files. Copy Rolling Stone here with David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson. The cover there. Is there a variant cover? No, I thought there was a variant cover on it with Chris Carter. But, no, that's it. I don't think I even read it, but I just got it for the cover there. I was a really big fan of the X-Files when it came out. Okay, so what I have here are 4 special comics. I see one of them is from QVC. QVC here. Every so often the QVC would have some really nice shows that had to do with either Star Trek or comics. So I would get some special comics here. This one says DSN Gold Foil Comic, so it's probably the Deep Space Nine. I do remember that one. And a foil comic, and these have certificate of authenticities. They have certificate of authenticities here from Catch a Star Collectibles in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. This is the Deep Space Nine #1 Gold Edition comic, which accompanies this document, is limited to an edition of 21,000. Well, that's not that bad. I mean, that's a whole lot of, but it's a whole lot of comics, so it's not much of a rarity. But look at that. That is nice. Look how shiny that gold is. Deep Space Nine with the cast there and the crew and characters there. Deep Space Nine at the edge of the final frontier. So that's really nice. I don't think it's signed. Yeah, it's not signed by anybody. It's just a rare comic, a limited edition comic, I should say. I'm not sure how rare it is. This one is Uncanny X-Men number 308, signed by Scott Lobdell, 855 out of 5,000. That's a pretty good number. It's pretty low there. It's lower than 1,000. It's pretty good. Certificate of authenticity is there again. Autographed by Scott Lobdell. Here you go. Let me focus in on that. Here we go. The Uncanny X-Men number 308, January. And it is. There's a signature there. Got two Cyclopses and two Jean Greys there, the old school and newer versions of each character. So that's that. Let's see, this one. What is this one? This one doesn't say. It has the address, the mailing label on it. Oh wow, yes, I remember this one. This Batman is a Batman foil cover. Well, this part's foil here. Number 500. And I think I got one just to have from a comic book store. This one is signed by Bob Kane. And it's number 497 out of 1993. So this is a number, this was published back in 1993, number 500. This is foil up here, this is the regular. But the thing about this is that right here, where Batman is, that's like a fake, I mean, that's not fake, but it's a cover, and then you have the main cover here. So I really like that. You can see there, signed by Batman creator Bob Kane, who's not with us anymore. But this is a really special one. I really like this. I like Batman, and to have this signed by Bob Kane, Batman's creator, is really nice. Certificate of Authenticity, limited edition of 1,993. So that's nice. Put that back in there. Now this is from the Nightfall storyline, number 19. The last one is X-Men comic number 1, signed by Chris Claremont. I mean, I got these because I like the characters, I like the comics. I'm not really familiar with who these people are, whether they're the pencilers or inkers or whoever, but you can see Chris Claremont's signature right there over Cyclops' beam there. This says, certified that the X-Men 1E comic which accompanies this document has been personally autographed by Chris Claremont. Doesn't say whether it's a limited edition or not, but that's that. And I think I do have this one too. Another one of this one. This one folded out. This one has like a 4 panel. You have the back panel that folds out, and you can see this back panel folds out, and you can see you have the edge of Storm there. And this front panel here, this folds out too, and you have, this is the rest of Magneto here. He has his little old force field here, blocking the attacks. We have an official souvenir program from the 13th Olympic Winter Games in Lake Placid from 1980. You see these a lot in Lake Placid. They're not horribly rare. It's nice to have, but it looks like it's a Leroy Neiman artwork on the front there. He was a popular artist back in the 60s and 70s. I think really popular back in the 70s. He did illustrations for Playboy. He did sports. He did a lot of sports. His main thing was doing sports artwork, paintings just like this. So let's take a little look at it. We'll thumb through it here. I got some mobile oil ads. Lake Placid, a century of winter sports. So it looks like there's from the 32 Olympics. Sonia Henney there. Die Hard. MasterCard ad. Ford. 1980 Ford 4x4 ad there. A Michelob ad there. There's a photo of Lake Placid there, the village. There's a schedule of the events. Nice little maps there of all the venues. ABC's ABC's sportscasters there. And this is Leroy Neiman right here. That's a picture of Leroy Neiman. What else do we have? What's this? Was this a cigar? Oh, is this the official Olympic Winter Games torch run ceremonial? Oh, a candle. I thought it was a cigar. Sound systems, stamps, VHS and beta tapes, beta video cassettes, videotapes. More artwork. The different events. You got skiing. Oh, some people were wearing helmets back then. What is this? Oh, wow, I did not know I had this in here. First day issue. First day issue for the Winter Games stamps. Different events there. Wells, Lake Placid. First day issue of the third Olympic Games. Oh, so it's both the 32 and the 1980 Olympics stamp, first day issue stamps. Really nice. It's a pleasant surprise. I didn't know it had those in there. Got figure skating. Yes. Got Sanka coffee. Drink your Sanka while you're watching the events outside. The speed skating was outside. Yep, speed skating right there on the Olympic Oval in front of the high school. Got the different slalom, giant slalom, downhill skiing, bobsled run, and luge courses. Ice hockey. We all know what happened then with ice hockey. Got some prints you can order. The USSR, international hockey's best record until they met the Americans. Yeah. And official Winter Games pendant. What is that? Is that? Oh, it's Ronnie. It's a raccoon. Ronnie the raccoon there. And Irving Trust, wherever. The official bank. I didn't know that there was an Irving Trust up there. Maybe it was defunct now. And Coca-Cola, International Icebreaker. Here's the 1980 Winter Olympics logo. And there's a Summer Olympics, the Moscow one, which the United States and several other countries boycotted because Russia invaded Afghanistan. So that's why it was. That's why we boycotted them. Let's see what else we have here. What's this? This is it says Star Trek Deep Space Nine. What is this? 0 hour. I'll open this up. It's okay. Okay. Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Behind the scenes sneak preview. Okay, so this must have gotten this as a freebie. Oh, there's that gold comic. This is what the color version looks like. So I must have gotten this as a freebie at a comic book store. So this looks like a freebie that you get at the comic book stores for when Deep Space Nine came out as a comic book. And 0 hour, eyes only, top secret. So this must also be for the 0 hour comic when it first came out as an ad. Is that the Spectre? Spectre? It looks like it's the Spectre there. And so that's that. There's Batgirl. Green Arrow. But, well, I think that's all I'm going to show in this episode of the Kaz. I have a whole bunch of other comics I'm going to show in another episode. So why don't you tune into that episode, and I'll see you there. So thanks for coming to this episode of the Kaz. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Thanks. Bye.